the full story. And this is the end. You're never going to hear this again because I know this gives certain people out there fuel because of their problems, shall we say. This is the final. Last time you'll hear from me. So there is this speculation, shall we say, that we kidnapped the kids. No. The truth is, she was incarcerated in prison for violating probation. We didn't kidnap the kids. It's just when there's one biological parent is gone, there's only one left. This is simple math. If you're too dumb to work that one out, 2 minus 1 equals 1, then I don't know what to say, okay? No, we did not kidnap the kids. The kids cannot go to a Florida prison with you. So you know what? We looked after them. We cared for them. We sheltered them. We fed them. And we asked for nothing while your dumb butt was inside. That's all I'm going to say about that. We didn't kidnap them. You put yourself in prison. Stated in videos that Rosalie is the reason that the ex does not have a relationship with the oldest son. Well, that's just BS from the start, basically. Now, he's mature, he's old, he can choose who he wants to have a relationship with. It's as simple as that. He's an adult, okay? We didn't influence him in any way. In fact, it was basically the opposite. He left and went his own way a long time, I think it was a year before the kids left. We didn't influence him in any way. And I encouraged him to follow his own path through life, and he is following his own path through life. I think I know the reasons why he's not communicating, and I can plain and simply understand those, but I'm not going to discuss it on this video because I don't believe in putting people down. Let's just say he's devised his own path, and me and Roselou were nothing to do with that path. He's an adult now. Adults can make their own decisions as to who they communicate with and who they have relationships with. There was always this bad back and forth going on back in the day, shall we say. You know, the kids would always come over and they would say bad things about their biological mother, and then they would go the other way and say bad things about us. Honestly, I don't know what amount of that is true. Probably a lot of it was made up. Probably they're playing one off against the other. I don't know. I don't believe all the bad things I hear, and maybe the other side did believe all the bad things she heard, but I certainly didn't want to at least believe all the bad things I heard. But let's just say they're playing each other's. They're playing each other. Let's just say they're doing this tit and tat thing back and forth. I didn't know what to believe in that, but there's a lot of stories back and forth, and let's just say that a great majority of them I know are not true because I look at some reports and I would say it's, 10% truth and 90% fabricated. Let's just say that. Horrible thing had a terrible impact on our marriage and had a terrible impact on Rose. She was suicidal for a long time. I hide this. I don't talk about it hardly ever. It's bad when the kids and the ex um basically push your wife to those limits. I don't think any husband in this world ever wants to see that their wife is suicidal because of their the kids that are brought into the marriage and the ex. But that's what happened. That's the truth. I won't talk about the attempts or anything like that, but let's just say we were there. We were in a very dark place out there that Rose Lou made me choose her over the kids. That's BS. B friggin' S with uppercase B and uppercase F. Um, when it came down to that time, she was at the house, and I spent a lot of time, like I said, in prayer and in contemplation, and just thinking through everything. It was my decision. It will also be my decision. Rose was the opposite. She was saying that I should divorce her and I should take the kids and just go on my life with the kids and be with someone else maybe. That's what she wanted. I didn't treat it like that. I am a person that steps back and thinks of all the consequences and everything that's going on. And it was because of that, it was the hardest decision in my life. For Rose, it was easy. Rose wanted me to leave and take the kids with me, and me go on my life and choose the kids over the marriage. For me, it wasn't as clear cut, and it was my decision. At the end of the day, it will always be my decision. It's my decision, and like I've said before, it was the hardest decision in my life, and I hope nobody is ever faced with that decision ever again. I know people will be, but you know, um, it was hard, but it was always my decision. It was always my decision. We do some fact checking here. Certain person says she remembers everything from when she was a baby. Human memories start at about 3.5 years old. If you're lucky, three. Most people 5 years old. Let's just throw that one out as BS in his other videos. Every time something goes wrong, they come after us. Simple fact. That's a clear sign of a mental health problem right there. Yeah, I've been down. I've had problems. I've struggled. I was struggling just 3 years ago. But you know what? I didn't blame my ex. I didn't blame the state. I didn't blame the country. I didn't blame Donald Trump. I didn't blame anyone else. I looked at myself and said, how do I improve this situation? And I worked on myself. People with mental health issues don't do that. They just blame other people constantly. Everybody has seen my videos. The choice is yours. Whoever you want to believe, it's up to you. Here, Rose Lou plenty of times has been given the opportunity to sue these people, and she doesn't do it. We both believe that in their heart, everybody is good. In their heart, everybody deserves a second chance. My ex is getting an amazing second chance. She's getting unlimited time with the kids forever. Something I'll never get. Believes that everybody is good and everybody has the opportunity to change their lives. So it ends here. This is the last video. I won't be rising to the bait or snapping back in videos. I won't be doing any of that. This is where it ends. Goodbye.